Hello, my name is LaShawna McAllister. I work in child care, and at my child care center, we have a public NC Pre-K More for program that is licensed on site. The type of testing they're giving is they're tested before school starts, in the middle of the year, and at the end of the year to see their growth. At the beginning, well, throughout those years, they're given something like a progressive screening. It identifies what the child already knows, what they need to learn, and what they kind of grasp, but they don't got the full understanding of it. Mainly on that regret screening, it is, can the child recognize their name? Do they know their alphabets, their numbers? Can they recognize them on paper? Are they able to grasp a pencil? Can they identify basic shapes or patterns, colors? And the families ask personal questions, how's the child, how does the child interact with other children? Are they the only child? Is the child available to communicate their needs? And then throughout the year, there's another testing between the beginning of the year towards the middle of the year. They're learning things. So in the middle of the year, they are again tested, usually about the same test to see, what they didn't know on the first test. Do they know it on the second test? What improvement needs to be made and other things. And the teachers of the classroom are the ones who conduct the testing. It is appropriate and it covers all of the child's progress. The child's progress is kept in a documentation folder where it keeps up with the child's work, where you could go back and have comparisons, where you could show the parents what the child needs to work on. The system of transformation they use. So say week 1, they'll work on the letter A and the number 1, and it advances as time goes by. Observations are taken by both teachers and documented. They evaluate kids on a daily. As I said, the assessment is assessed the beginning, the middle, and the end of the year. They discuss the different skills that the children have. How are they advanced? Do you have a group? You may have a group of advanced kids, and then you may have a group of kids who may need that extra help. You partner with families, like I said, asking, how are they at home? What are their cultural backgrounds? What are their backgrounds at home? What do they do at home? What do they like? As I said, we do on site. We have 2 children who could speak other languages, and they know both languages, but English is a main language, in which we do try to understand some of the things that they do say. We do not have any. I take that back. We do have a child with a disability. That child does receive a one-on-one help. It does have someone who may come in and, be with that child for a short amount of time where they receive services. After screening is completed for a child, then you have the teacher and maybe the director. They sit down and discuss with the child, okay, this is what that child knows. This is what they need to know. Another thing is, although they should know some of these things before school starts, this is something that is worked on throughout the year. Recognizing first and last name, writing their name on paper. Sometimes they might have to look at it. Then you work on the child with writing their name without looking at it. So if you say, well, write your name, Armani, and she knows how to write her name, they can focus. They learn to be independent. They can have social skills. We work on emotional, gross motor skills, which is learning, learning how to hold a pencil, learning how to cut scissors. Can you cut a straight line? Can you cut a zigzag line? If I tell you to glue the blue ball on top of the letter B, can you do that? That is just some of the things that working in childcare, that's what you, well, working with children, period, is something that you do. Another thing is, like I said, we share that child's progress with the parents and with the director, you know. And as school gets in, we begin to learn, okay, this child is advanced. And then you might have a child where you know, okay, this child needs to be tested for, does it has a problem? Does the child have a disability? Do we feel like this child needs more help than we can offer? Thank you.